It wouldn't be Jerusalem if it wasn't cold and I'm taping outside and the wind is blowing. So please forgive me. Whether it's February or whether it's May, it seems to be the same. We're having a wonderful time. We pull out first thing tomorrow morning. We're going over to work with the churches in Dubai and Abu Dhabi. We feel like we've got things ready for the November tour and also for the next February tour in 2023. So we feel like we've accomplished our task. We've got a little bit more to do tonight, but I wanted to take some time and do some taping. Though it is, if my teeth start chattering, you'll know that it's a little cold right now. I want to talk to you today about how God helps us fulfill our vows. We often talk about making vows to the Lord, and I've always taught you this is just a relationship promises. Just like God makes promises to us in the relationship, and God is faithful to his promises, when we make promises to God in our relationship with him, he expects us to fulfill our vows. Now in 1 Samuel chapter 1, we find the beautiful story of a woman who fulfilled her vows and how God helped her. In verses 6 to 7, we find that Hannah was tormented by others because she had not yet had a child. They teased her, they taunted her, they mocked her. And in the verses 9 and 10, Hannah cries out to the Lord for help. And you know the beautiful thing about crying out to God for help? God answers your prayers. She made a vow to God in verse 11. She said, "O Lord of heaven's armies, if you will look upon my sorrow and answer my prayer and give me a son, then I will give him back to you and he will be yours for his entire lifetime. And as a sign that he has been dedicated to the Lord, his hair will never be cut." Now I want you to notice what God did in verses 19 to 20. The entire family got up early the next morning, went to worship the Lord once more. Then they returned home to Ramah. And while Elkanah slept with his wife, the Lord remembered her plea. She made a promise to God in a time of trouble, and God answered the cry of her heart. The Lord remembered her plea, and in due time she gave birth to a son. She named him Samuel, for she said, "I have asked the Lord for him." Now, I want you to notice the kind of a husband that Hannah lived with. She lived with a man who was faithful to God and who kept his vows. This is important. In verse 21, the next year, Elkanah and his family went on their annual trip to offer a sacrifice to the Lord and to keep his vow. So here was a man who had made promises to God, and now he went to keep his promises. This was part of the family culture. They kept their promises to God. But Elkanah was a good husband. He understood, this is not going to be easy for my wife. She's given birth to her first child, and it's a boy. And now she's going to give that son to the Lord. But Hannah did not go, verse 22. She told her husband, "Wait until the boy is weaned, then I will take him to the tabernacle and leave him there with the Lord permanently." "Whatever you think is best," Elkanah agreed. "Stay here for now, and may the Lord help you keep your promise." And may the Lord help you keep your promise. Now, brothers and sisters, isn't that beautiful? The husband knew how difficult it would be for the wife to keep her promise. And he looked at her and he said, "Here's my prayer for you, sweetheart. May the Lord help you keep your promise. May the Lord help you keep your vow to the Lord." Elkanah knew there were times that when it was difficult to keep your vows. So he prayed for his wife. Now, brothers and sisters, many of us have made vows to God over the last 2 years during lockdown. We made promises to God. And here's my prayer for you. May the Lord help you keep your promises. No matter how difficult those promises you made, may the Lord help you keep the promises you made to them.